Welcome back to the channel where we talk tips, tools, and tutorials for virtual assistants. This week, we're talking about how you can make your pitch sound more natural. Now, if you're new to this channel, I talk about pitching your services all the time, but it's a common question for virtual assistants to say, my pitch feels a little stilted or it feels a little unnatural. And in this video, we're going to talk about 5 tips to make it sound more natural, more conversational, and a little more authentic to yourself. Now, the first thing I want to remind you is that a pitch is really just a conversation between you and your prospective client, where you're trying to feel out this person, figure out what their goals are, figure out if this is a person or company that you even want to work with, and vice versa. They're trying to figure out if you fit their personality or their culture. So think of it a little less as a strict conservative business interaction. Think of it more as a conversation, an exploratory conversation. And hopefully just thinking of it in those terms puts you a little more at ease before you even hop on the phone with this person. But if you are ready to kind of loosen up a little bit and loosen up your pitch, here are my 5 tips for you. Number 1, use conversational language. I want you to avoid jargon that's specific to our industry. And instead, I want you to use simple and easy to understand language that makes it easy for your prospective client to follow along or really understand what it is that you do in your business. Number 2, I want you to focus on the benefits instead of just listing out your services where you're like, oh, I do this and calendar management and inbox management and travel. I don't want you to necessarily list everything that you can do for this person. However, I would like you to focus on the benefits that your clients will receive from working with you. You can even phrase this in general terms by saying something like, for example, I help busy professionals like you save on average of 5 to 10 hours a week by taking care of your administrative tasks. Number 3, be genuine, be authentic to yourself. When you're talking about your business, I want you to be excited about it. Speak from your heart. I want you to share why you started this business, why you enjoy it. This will definitely help your pitch sound a little more authentic, and it will help your clients connect with you on a more personal level, because you've heard me say this time and time again, people hire people that they like. So bring energy and authenticity to the conversation. Number 4, and this is really important, I want you to practice. If you want to avoid sounding rehearsed, one of the best things you can do is get really comfortable with your pitch. So right now, if you're watching this live, pause the video, take a few minutes right now to write down your pitch as it is. And once you've kind of nailed down the verbiage and you've got your essential formula, which is what you are, you're a virtual assistant, the types of people that you serve, so the types of clients you hope to work with, and your services, whether that's basic admin or more niche services. So once you have your basic pitch down, I want you to know those words inside and out. I want you to be able to rehearse them in your sleep, because the more you practice your pitch and the more you say it out loud, you can practice in front of a mirror, you can practice with your friends, you can practice with your family. Eventually, you'll get so comfortable with what you've just written down that it will come out naturally. It will sound less robotic, because if you know your speech inside and out, imagine not practicing at all, and you get on this call and somebody's like, okay, so tell me about yourself. And you're like, I'm a virtual assistant and I've been doing this for 10 years. It's unnatural. You're freezing up because your brain is like, oh my God, what do I do? And your body is like intense. No, I just practice your pitch, however you write that out, because the more you can say it inside and out, front and back, you're going to just rattle it off like it becomes a muscle memory. So practice is really crucial. And finally, tip number 5 is I want you to also listen. Active listening is just as important in this pitch as anything else. It's really, really important that you are asking questions to your clients like, have you ever worked with a VA before? What are your goals? If you did work with a VA before, what worked? What didn't? Active listening will help you understand where this client's coming from, what their needs are, and then it will help you tailor your pitch to their specific situation. So by listening to them and showing them empathy, you'll be able to build trust and a stronger connection just that much faster with your clients. And I'll give you one more quick example before we wrap this one up. But let's say you've asked your client, you're giving your client your pitch and you're like, this is what I do. These are my services. This is how I can benefit you in your business. And then you might say, hey, have you ever worked with a VA before? And if they come back to you and say, I have, it didn't work, it was a disaster, I'm really nervous about this, that's where you then tailor your pitch. That's where active listening comes in. And you can be like, you know what? I'm so sorry that happened to you. It's not an uncommon thing that I'm hearing from clients is that they've been burned by previous assistants. And here's why I'm different. Boom. So active listening also plays a very important part in your pitch. So if anything, beyond those 5 tips, I want you to just remember the next time you get on a call and you're ready to pitch your client, remember this is a conversation and you're both just trying to figure out if you guys are good fits for one another. But natural language, focusing on the benefits, authenticity, practicing, and active listening are all going to help you sound more natural, more nuanced, and more authentic to yourself and your business. And I think you'll see that that makes a huge difference in how you're able to close clients. And what I mean by close is sign them onto your business. If you guys have any tips about how to make your pitch more natural, drop them in the comments below, because your comments help this whole entire community figure out also what works or what doesn't work for their business. Thank you guys so much for watching this week's video, and I'll catch you on the next one.